Welcome. What now? Untangle yourself from a complex situation is today's timeless pick a card. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1 we have clean it up, pile 2 message in a bottle, and pile 3 happy happy. Take a deep breath and exhale. Timestamps will be in the description box. Pause the video now if you need more time to choose your pile. See you at your pile. Welcome, pile 1. If you chose this card, clean it up, this is your reading. So let's look into your complex situation and how to untangle yourself. So the number 21 could be relevant to you, the number 3 as well. With the number 3 being there, I'm seeing mercurial energy, Mercury. So yeah, you could have Gemini or Virgo in your chart, but that's a little bit beyond the point. That is just extra confirmation for some of you. Clean it up. There is something that involves a reset, a detox. There's something that needs to be removed in terms of toxicity. Now, your complex situation could very possibly be solved if you start physically cleaning, physically decluttering. It may help you energetically to declutter on the inside or declutter emotionally, mentally, spiritually as well. There is a need for a cleanup. Maybe clean your thoughts, clean your house, clean your relationships. What is the word for it? Clear the air. If there are problems in a relationship, you need to clear the air with communication. You may need to clean up your act, or you may need to... Okay, if you're going through some kind of physical problem involving your lungs, it could be because of dust that you're not cleaning in certain areas, or it could be hidden mold, like behind curtains or something like that. Something about hidden mold in lamps, hidden mold in lamps. I just heard hidden mold under curtains or somewhere you can't see it. You may need to air the house, like open the windows. There could be something where your environment is becoming toxic to your brain, like physically toxic, if it's mold, if it's dust. So if it's mold, it could be physically toxic to your brain, and it could be creating fogginess, and it's a very physical thing. You may think it's spiritual, or you may think it's someone else's energy, when it's actually the energy of the place where air isn't circulating around, like if you're not opening the windows enough. And the air could be stagnant and creating toxicity for your brain. And if it's dust, it could be affecting your lungs. So if you're wondering why you're sneezing so much or why you're having all these allergic reactions, I just also, guys, I know this seems like beyond the topic, but I just heard perfume is intoxicating someone. Someone is wearing perfume, and that perfume is intoxicating. Now, I'm seeing a direct connection between cleaning, tidying, and decluttering, or should I say decluttering, tidying, and cleaning that is needed right now. Whether it's wardrobe or something. Okay, some of you, I'm seeing someone here who has too much stuff, and you kind of need to decide what you're going to keep. Look at those things that you wear and all those things that you haven't been wearing for over a year, and maybe you may want to donate those clothes or something, because you don't have enough space for the things that you have, and they're actually creating a clutter in your mind, and you're wasting too much time around certain matters. If only your space were cleaner, tidier, and emptier, then everything else in your life would kind of fall into place, if this makes sense. The number 21 could be relevant here to you. Some of you haven't cleaned since 2021, and so you're overdue for a spring clean. I'm hearing spring clean as well. Oh, 21. So if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, spring will be over on the 21st of June, and that will be the first day of summer. So clean up until then. Do your spring clean in the springtime. Clean it up. So you need to clear up some kind of space. I don't know if it's mental space, physical space, emotional space. so that something else can come in. So if you're dealing with a complex situation, it could be that the situation is complex because you're not creating the space. You're not cleaning up and clearing up the space to accommodate something else. So I'm seeing this stagnancy where things aren't moving because you're not creating space for something. The space that you want to create for something is being clogged up by something else that is just acting as dirt right now in your life, as toxicity. Yeah, practice, practice, practice. So some of you could be wanting to learn a musical instrument, or maybe you need to practice something daily and you need to polish certain skills, polish your talents, and that will help you increase your confidence. But if you're living in a clogged up, like if your space is dirty or dusty or moldy, it may be affecting you physically to the point where you don't have... Oh, also something you may be eating may be clogging up your system. You may need to do a detox, like a 3-day vegan detox, or maybe even a keto detox, to because they do different things, okay, to the body. Keto does one thing, vegan does another thing. They have different benefits to your body. So it could be that something that's clogging up your body is also affecting your brain and even your organs, and it could be depressing your body, physical depression in your body, where it's slowing you down. It is you're feeling like very drained, and it could be something that you're eating. You know, a lot of times we think that other people are draining us, and it could be true, but if we're the first one draining ourselves with putting the wrong stuff into our body, not exercising, not sleeping, not drinking enough water. By the way, I'm going to drink water right now. You know, water passing through your system, it really cleans things up. So you may need to drink more water. Maybe pause this video, go drink some water, and make it a habit. Now, if there's something you want to achieve and you feel like you're just not quite getting there, it could be that you're not dedicating enough time to that thing every day. So let's say you want to write a book. You need to be disciplined about the amount of time you put into it daily. Even if it's just half an hour a day, 1 hour a day. If you want to finish that book, you need to invest time in it on a daily basis. If you want to learn a musical instrument, you have to practice daily. If you want to have good grades, you have to study daily. It becomes less of a chore in the end, if that makes sense, and it becomes less daunting as well. It's those little steps up the mountain for those of you, or for many of us, when we look at something and we get overwhelmed by, and we just give up because it seems too big of a feat. It's because we're not looking at the fact that we can actually take daily steps to get up that mountain and then go down the other side, right? Over, whether we want to get to the top of the mountain or around the mountain or over the mountain, it's about the steps. If you look at something and you feel like you have to take one giant step to get somewhere, you're not going to move because you know that's not possible. And so if you feel overwhelmed by something, just take it step by step. What can I do today? What can I do tomorrow? What can I do the next day? So you may be unnecessarily overthinking something or overwhelming yourself because you just see something as impossible and you're not breaking it down in steps, or you're not taking the proactive steps each day to get there, or you're not doing what you need to do each day. You're not being practical about it. Like, what can I do? There's always something you can do each day to get to that goal. Moonlight. The number 51 could be relevant to you. The number 6. Maybe there's a sense of a habit here of, I don't know if you've ever experienced the flow, meaning when you achieve something and then you achieve the next thing and then that keeps you going. There's something about pulling back and into yourself whenever you see something as impossible or insurmountable. And it's almost like I'm not going to say you feel sorry for yourself, but it's almost like you kind of, it triggers you, and it's stemming from, okay, I'm seeing something from your childhood, something that was said to you, some belief system that was passed on to you by maybe your mother or a maternal figure. Not that this person did it on purpose, it's just the way they learned as well in their experience. And someone who didn't really know any better, the message they conveyed to you was that you know, certain things you just can't, not everyone can achieve in this lifetime. Only some people are going to achieve it. And it's because they're being helped by someone else. And it has nothing to do with your talents. You're just, you know, this kind of thinking. And so it's almost like it's become comfortable, or it's what you know, or, and subconsciously there. And it's running you. So you're being run. Okay, here's what I'm seeing. Now, that is very specific. It doesn't mean it's for everyone, but you catch the drift. There's something going on with you subconsciously. You are being run by a subconscious program. So there is a subconscious program that is running you, that is keeping you stagnant, and it's a way of thinking based on something that was taught to you, or a previous experience that was traumatizing or painful, that is now running you, and you don't even realize that it's running you, if that makes sense. Because it's very silent, and it's very, because it's subconscious, it's under the surface, it's not very apparent or obvious to you. So there needs to be some work done on digging up that subconscious and moving through it with some help, maybe professional help. For some of you, that would really benefit you, because once you clean that up, you're creating the space for other experiences, for other kinds of thoughts. Now, positive affirmations, like daily affirmations, I have an affirmation meditation here on the channel. You may want to go watch that. I'll leave it at the top here as a suggestion, in one of those like little white or gray boxes that you can just click on after this video, after the reading is done. It will help you reset your mindset. It will help you reprogram your mindset. Because I feel there is a need to clean up something, but the way to clean up when it comes to thoughts is by substituting them by more positive thoughts. And the way you do that is by affirming with repetition, is one way to do it. So you may need to do that daily. It needs to be maybe a daily practice of positive affirmations, and really becoming comfortable with that, to the point where after you do that for 7 weeks in a row, every single day, it becomes a part of you. It becomes a habit. It takes 7 weeks to make or break a habit. And this is the kind of habit that you're making and breaking at the same time, or breaking and making at the same time. It's cleaning up and filling that space immediately with something more positive. For others of you, you may be struggling with your self-confidence. And what this is saying here is, find something you love doing and do it every day. That will help you increase your self-confidence. Also with the positive affirmations, those will help you increase your self-confidence. We have stairs. Did I not say something about steps and stairs? Direction, going up, timing. So what you need is a sense of direction. I just uploaded that pick a card recently, sense of direction, so you may want to go check that one out. It may be have a message there for you, but it's all a matter of time and what you do with your time. And taking those little steps, because see how these stairs are so little? You don't have these big stairs, but you can take little practical steps every day. And sometimes a practical step is a phone call, or an email, or a paragraph, or one specific skill set that is very tiny and minimal, but if you add to that every single day, it takes you up those stairs. It takes you up that mountain. It takes you where you want to go. But you need to have a sense of direction. Ask yourself, where is it that you want to be? Where is it that you would like to be right now? Because what frustrates people is that they want to be somewhere and they want it right now, and they don't want to do the work to get there. Or They want to be there right now, and it frustrates them to see that it's going to take more time. But another thing you can do is visualize and feel that you are in that space already, and that will help you through that process, and it'll take you there actually faster as well. You know, about manifesting, one of the ways to effectively manifest, one of the secrets of manifesting effectively and quickly, is to really affirm in the present tense as if you already have what it is that you're wanting. Wanting something means you need something. Needing something means you don't have it, right? So if you can be in that energy of already having what you want, that is way more effective. We could be connected to Archangel Metatron right now, and we have divine intelligence. So you have that divine intelligence in you, but it's almost like you need to take all these steps to be able to clearly access your divine intelligence, your connection to the higher realms. It's there for you. You just need to be able to access it. And if you have all this stuff in the way, all this dirt, the lack of self-confidence, the subconscious programming triggers that are running you, because this is low vibrational, you want to get to the high vibration. So if you're in the spirit of fear, anxiety, worry, shame, guilt, all these, things, pain and trauma, you want to get to the other side, to the higher end of the spectrum, going up these stairs. See, it's like this. You're low vibration here, high vibration there. Low vibration is fear, high vibration is joy, love, God, okay? And if you want to get there, you need to take all these steps. And what are the steps? Clean it up, reprogram, reset your mindset, right? Take care of the source of what is going on with you on a global. Okay, you're having symptoms, right? Your life is not functional. You're not able to function in your daily life because you may feel like you lack the motivation, or you're feeling depressed, or your body is depressed. Go to the root of it. Meditate. Find a counselor who can help you with, psychologically. Go to a physician. Go to a naturopath. Go to anyone who can help you with, Chinese medicine or something that could help you and understand why you have these symptoms. There's something at the root of these symptoms. It could be something psychological, and it can be something already physical. And sometimes the physical stems from the psychological. So also, what can you do every day to lift your vibration? How do you lift your vibration physically? By activating endorphins and serotonin and dopamine. How do you do that? Spending time with people who make you laugh, spending time doing things that move your body, right? Such as running or exercising. And there's something that you need to integrate in your life every day to really feel whole. If you're just working, or if you're just doing nothing, or if you're just, all day in the sun, or if you're just exercising all day, because exercise, if you do too much of it, it can have the opposite effect of actually activating stress, therefore cortisol. That's very different from dopamine and serotonin. And cortisol will depress your body, will toxicate your body, will eventually drain you and affect you, causing stress-related health issues. You don't want that. So it's the balance. What can you find in your life that is a balance? Where do you need to clean up daily? Whether it's your house, your thoughts. Is there some of you get overwhelmed when it comes to cleaning your house, and you get to the end of the week and all of a sudden your house is a mess. And there could be something you could be daily, like if you see something untidy in the room that you tidy it up immediately. If you go to the next room and let's say you're in the kitchen now and there's dishes in the sink, you can either wash them or put them in the machine. Wherever you are, clean up that space in that moment. And then if you see dust somewhere, immediately grab a duster and dust it off, right? Don't wait for it to accumulate more dust. If you see it, then just get rid of it in the moment. And you'll see when you get to the end of the week, you won't have such a mess. So again, it's the little things you do daily, right, that get you to that bigger place. If you don't do those things daily, it will seem more of a daunting task at the end of the day. And, subconsciously we think, okay, if I can't even get my house in order, how am I supposed to achieve this big thing? So you need to start with the basics. You need to start with your body, with your environment. Because guess what? Your brain's there. Your soul is there, right? So, but you're in this 3D reality, and if you want to feel happy, your body is also a part of it. Your body, your mind, your soul, your emotions, everything is involved. And so there are these daily things that need to be nurtured. You have the King of Water. You could have Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio strongly in your chart. Okay, there's something hidden about feelings here. Hidden feelings. Now, this could be someone in your life. If you're feminine energy, there could be this masculine energy in your life who is either connected to your subconscious in some way, affecting you subconsciously, or that person could be in your life because you have a subconscious programming running. And that is the reason why this person is in your life, connecting to your emotions. Or there could be someone hiding their feelings. But I don't want to speak too much here. We have the Six of Earth, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's that daily work, daily grind. Putting in the work every day to start seeing results. Sixth house energy, Virgo energy. You need to be diligent and you need to be disciplined about the amount of work you put in to your goals daily. You can't just expect your goals to show up if you don't put in the work. So you don't really get rewarded on that day, but you get rewarded in the end. But there are small feelings of reward if every day. It's a small feeling of reward. You don't get, a full house applauding you or whatever it is that your goal is, but you feel the flow. You start feeling this flow daily, and it starts growing from day to day. The more you do it, the more it grows, the more you build your confidence. First day you do it, you get a little reward. Second day you do it, you get a little bit of a bigger reward. And then you double that every day. At the end of 10 days, what you're doing is already way more. Like if you start running 5 minutes, right? Because it's all you can do is run for 5 minutes straight. Even if it's slowly, right? But then the next day you can already do 10 minutes. And then the next day you can already do 15 minutes. And the next day you can do 20, 25. You get where I'm going with this. So it's a feeling of flow, and you start noticing how you're thinking more positive, and how your body your circulation has improved, and your muscles are feeling tighter or looser or whatever it is that you want, whatever your goal is. But just moving your body has an effect on your overall mental, physical health. Okay? And when I say your body, I say get used to cleaning 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, and then you won't have to clean for a whole day on Saturday, let's say. We have the Two of Swords, a stalemate. So your main issue here could be a stalemate, an inability to make a decision, to ask yourself, where is it that you want to go? Maybe your whole problem is that you don't know what to decide. And it could be that because there's fogginess, because you're still stuck into a subconscious program, because you're still stuck in fear, and so of course you don't know where to go, because you know you're going to make your choices based on fear, but that doesn't make you happy. And so you're like, okay, if I go this way, I'll achieve this. If I go that way, I will achieve that. But if I don't risk it, I will risk being unhappy and staying in fear. And if I risk it, I have a fear of failing. And so there's a stalemate going on for you. And it's because you're not cleaning up where you need to clean up your body, your space, your mind, your ideas. With ideas, you need to ask yourself, you have this idea. Do I want to keep this idea? Does it need to go? What is it doing for me? Is it helping me? Is it hindering me? Is it hindering me? It needs to go. And you visualize that idea leaving your body, leaving your brain. Queen of Air, exactly. Deep cleanup, detoxing, getting rid of unnecessary thoughts, unnecessary toxic people, places, situations, circumstances. That in itself are practical, those in themselves, are practical steps up that ladder. Sometimes it's not about doing something, it's about getting rid of something, a thought, a person, a situation, a circumstance in your life. There lies the wisdom. We have an owl here and we have an owl here. So this means you have the wisdom, you're well tapped into your intuition, but your fear is what's holding you back. Once you take charge of your intuition and you go, okay, this thought is toxic, go. That person is toxic, go. And now I know that certain people in our lives, we can't just get rid of them and discard them, nor do we want to. But there are ways of dealing with that person that can go, or your whole approach to the situation with this person, right? And there are simply people who are just not doing much in our lives. They're just like fillers that are draining us or creating they have a bad vibe, or that they just don't need to be there just because they've been there all along. Like they're not bringing anything positive. I'm also seeing, let me just get through this. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Focus on your health, your financial stability, what is it that you want to build in the future? Where is it that you want to see yourself 10 years from now? And start moving in that direction. Okay? What kind of a life do you want to be living? How do you want your health to be? But you need to put in the daily work. If you want to be healthy, then you need to sleep enough. You need to drink water. You need to exercise correctly. You need to spend time with uplifting friends. You need to do something you love every single day. You need to be around people who are good for you, right? Where is it that you want to be 10 years from now? And start taking those daily steps. What do I need to get rid of to get there? And what do I need to add to my life to get there? What do I need to practice? What do I need to clean up, right? What do I need to heal? What do I need to work through? Exactly. Queen of Voices again. It's like the whole reading is telling us also that you know what to do, but fear could be getting in your way. You know, you have the mental clarity. You know what to do. You're very well informed. I'm seeing Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy here. You're very well informed. And I'm definitely seeing two people connected here through their wounding. Two people connected because of childhood wounds, or something going on between two people that is involving their childhood wounds. And we have a Tower moment. So breaking that chain, breaking the chain. Ooh, okay. So on the way here today to the office, I played this Fleetwood Mac song on repeat. And when that happens, it means that has a message. It's called The Chain. And there's something about breaking the chain. So you feel chained to something. And the reason why you feel chained to this thing, now it could be your subconscious that you feel chained to without consciously knowing this is what's going on. And it could be keeping you chained to other people. So I'm seeing possibly codependency here. Or, you know, you can work through codependency and heal by breaking the chain. But just that chain, that toxic chain, and keeping the healthier chains. Because sometimes when we relate to someone, we have several kind of cords between us. And one of them could be a toxic one, and the other ones could be perfectly healthy. But there is this one chain that needs to be severed, broken. And that sometimes takes practice, it takes daily work. It takes doing things one thing at a time, and all of a sudden, without, like out of the blue, it happens that chain is broken. So And it seems like you haven't done anything. It seems surprising that while you were so focused on putting in healthy daily habits, working on yourself, working on your self-confidence, and all of a sudden this toxic chain gets broken. It just gets broken. It seems like, and then you look back and you're like, oh, but I didn't do much. I just did this every day. And all of a sudden, I wasn't expecting this chain to break so fast. And look, what you substitute with this chain is 10 of Cups, ultimate emotional fulfillment. Sorry, you have to make these changes. Maybe there have been changes that you have been unwilling to make or feeling incapable of making, but you are capable. It's just that you need to do something about it every single day and not expect to take this huge leap. And if you do, what this is saying is that if you do these changes every single day, small ones, practical things every single day, you will all of a sudden feel like it's done. Like all of a sudden you're at the top of the stairs, the top of the mountain, and you weren't even looking because you were distracted doing the thing every single day, and all of a sudden you're at the top of the mountain. You've achieved your goal, and you didn't even expect to achieve it so fast. And that's what I'm seeing here. So to create more harmony in your life, you have Justice here. You could have Libra in your chart. To create more of a balance in your life, there is some kind of belief system, mindset, physical space you need to clear up, and it needs to be you, and it's something you have to do daily. It's not something you do once and it's a one-time wonder or whatever. It's like with Justice here, we have a contract. You need to stay committed to your emotional stability and emotional fulfillment, but it's not a glamorous road there. It takes work is what I'm saying here. We have Awakening. So Scorpio energy. You could have Scorpio. You could be a Libra Scorpio cusper, or you could have Libra or Scorpio in your chart. Scorpio coming on very strongly here. Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I'm seeing air signs, definitely very strong air and water signs here. Definitely Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Very, very strongly here. So a balance between your emotions and your logical side. And you're going through some kind of awakening here. You're awakening to some kind of truth. You're awakening to your divine intelligence. Look at how that beam is going up to that diamond that is shining down. It's like there's this exchange. And with indecision being here at the center, being the main problem, is not being able to decide or being at a stalemate, I see you coming out and being able to make a decision here once you go through this whole process. And look, what is waiting on the other side is prosperity, abundance, abundatia. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So this is what's meant for you: abundance, stability, prosperity, wealth, all those things, health. Okay, a legacy. But it's like the only way there is through this process, and being stuck is not getting you there. But I see an energy of you getting unstuck here, which is very positive. Because what this is saying is, no matter what your complex situation is right now, you're meant for abundance. That is, but it's tied to divine intelligence, and you have it within you. You can access it, but you need to clear out. You need to clean up. You need to clean up your act. You need to clean it up before you can access this. Okay? So that was your reading, pile 1. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you, and see you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose Message in a Bottle, this is your reading. The number 15. So, a complex situation, how to... What was the title of the reading? Let me just go back to it. Okay, untangle yourself from a complex situation. What now? Okay, so we have what looks like a bottle and a phone, an old phone in it. So this complex situation that you're wanting to untangle yourself from, it's looking to me, even the message in the bottle thing, this is something that used to be done, some time ago. Like these are like old ways of doing things. Message in a bottle, old telephones that people don't use anymore. So I'm thinking this is an ongoing thing, and this has been going on for a very, very, very long time. And this is something about the past, or started in the past. Something to do with communication, messages. The number 15 could be relevant here. For some reason, I'm seeing the devil in the tarot deck, so I'm seeing Capricorn energy. Toxicity, maybe, that is something was said, something that was said to you by someone, or something you said to someone over the phone, okay, I'm seeing something else here where you would like to contact someone from the past, and you're hoping if you would put a message inside a bottle and just drop it in the sea, it would somehow end up in their hands. Or maybe there's someone who is wanting to communicate with you, but they can't find you, or they don't know how. The number 6 could be relevant as well. Something about the ocean and the sea here. Starfish. And I'm seeing all those hearts inside the bottle. It looks like could be love related. Could be love related. Seagull. Seagulls could be relevant here. Something about emotions and bearing emotions, because the sea and water represent emotions. And so it seems like you're drowning in your thoughts, and there's something you want to say, but you're drowning it. You're not allowing yourself to express it. And so you just keep it bottled up messages and bottled up emotions. So yeah. Okay, so you may be having bottled up emotions because there's something you're not expressing, because you bottled up your message, basically. Instead of expressing it, you bottled it up. Or someone did. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, and by bottling up your emotions and your message, it's creating toxicity. And it's keeping you stuck. Yeah. It's keeping you stuck, and it's creating toxicity. And it's contributing to whatever complex situation you're experiencing right now. We have spiritual teacher. So you could consider yourself a spiritual teacher. Or maybe this is something you don't know about yourself, and it says your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. So that may be something you want to keep in mind. A lot of people may benefit from what you have to say, or from your own experiences. Or maybe your life purpose involves teaching others about healing bottled up emotions, and by communicating, by healing their throat chakra and freeing and releasing and unblocking their throat chakra. There's a need to unblock your throat chakra, or teach others to unblock their throat chakras. Either way, if you don't know what your life purpose is, you can get a life purpose report from me. It's a service that I have. You can find my email in the description box. It's based on your natal tropical astrological chart. So it could be that you have your North Node in Sagittarius, or the 9th house, or Pisces 12th house, something like that. Either or. We have education. Again, there's something you need to learn and something you need to teach. Something you're meant to learn and something you're meant to teach. I'm almost seeing birds here as being very significant. Okay, and this one seems like she's next to the ocean as well. It's whatever you're learning, teach others. Whatever you're learning, teach others. She also has wings. So something about communication is very important for you. To communicate whatever it is you learn. Whatever it is you learn, you're meant to communicate. You're meant to pass on the message to others. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't gatekeep. Don't bottle up that message. Release it. Or you could do something fun like put these little messages in bottles and put them in the ocean for someone to find them. Maybe I shouldn't be advising this kind of thing because, clear up the oceans and clean up the oceans and stuff like that. I don't know how much harm that would do. I don't know much about it, but it seems like something that would maybe help someone. We have the kitchen. So creation. You're meant to create something, and you're in the preparation stages. It's like something is being prepared for you, or you need to create something, and go get in the kitchen and create something. Learn about cooking. Oh, okay. Some of you need to go get cooking lessons or attend a cooking class or something like that. Maybe you're feeling quite stagnant, you don't know what to cook at home, and you need to get your creative juices flowing again. So maybe a cooking class would help you, like maybe, or maybe you need to create one. Maybe you need to teach a cooking class. You know, a lot of people struggle on how to organize, you know, shopping and what they're going to cook next. And so someone here is actually meant to create a cookbook where you integrate what people like grocery shopping at the beginning of that week or the beginning of the 3 days, and something about cooking fresh food every day by optimizing time and how to do this and how to enjoy cooking even when you don't have much time, even when you're drained, even when you're tired. Okay, maybe you could create a system for yourself and then pass it on to other people through maybe a YouTube channel or a blog or Twitter or a Instagram or a TikTok, something like that, where you can learn on the subject, apply it in your life, and, you know, record it as you go or journal about it as you go, and that will help other people. Like for me, I really struggle with, you know, after a day of work and all the chores and everything else, like really being able to calm down, because it is a relaxing process to be able to calm yourself down and, you know, chop things up and cook and whatever, or just find a way of eating that is simple, that isn't so much work, but it's still, you know, tasty and nice. There are certain things that you can store and mix up in the next day and already have it all, you know, ready and prepared on, let's say, the weekend. I don't know why I went down that route, but obviously we needed to go there. But I do believe your life purpose involves somehow teaching or education in some way, shape, or form. It could even be that you have your North Node or either in the 3rd house or Gemini or Sagittarius or the 9th house, something like that. Also 12th house in Pisces, very possibly. Let's see what else. We have Raziel and retreat. Okay, so some of you need to retreat, to go to a retreat that involves cooking, a cooking retreat. I don't know if that exists. Or you need to retreat and create things in the kitchen and disconnect from everything and everyone else. Or you need to go on some kind of retreat or a spiritual retreat with a spiritual teacher. Okay. Messenger of air. Again, definitely your life purpose involves communication and teaching in some way, shape, or form. Definitely is what I'm seeing here. You have a message that you need to convey. People need that message. You need to learn and you need to teach. You need to take action on communication, verbalizing, speaking, writing, publishing what it is that you're writing or speaking. You know, YouTube videos are a form of publishing. It's, you know, the modern day publishing. It's not just books that are publishing these days. Messenger of water. Yeah, you have so many messages that you need to share. I don't know if it's in a book or a blog or a YouTube channel, whatever it is, you have messages that you need to convey. Keep putting those messages out there. Keep putting those messages out there. Don't bottle them up. Don't keep them to yourself. Don't keep information to yourself. Don't gatekeep. You are actually responsible for keeping the flow of information going. Keeping it to yourself is going to keep you stuck. 4 of Earth, yeah. Again, don't gatekeep. Don't keep it to yourself. Share whatever you learn, and you will create such a positive flow. It's almost like the more you share, the more opportunities come your way as well. It creates this like really positive flow between you, the universe, and others. The Emperor, that's exactly how you take charge of your destiny. So taking the reins of your life, creating, don't gatekeep, share. If you're keeping things to yourself, that is what's keeping you blocked. You're blocking yourself. You're blocking the energy around you because you're not sharing. You're not allowing it to move. Yeah, let go. Practice surrendering and letting go. Information is meant to be shared. These days, I really struggle with people who are so concerned looking at other people's work and saying, I saw this the other day on a cooking channel actually, and it really, not that I didn't feel sorry for the creator, it's just like I know how much work goes into a YouTube channel and sharing information. Sharing means, of course, you're taking something that you've already seen somewhere. So guys, you know, newsflash, there's not much original content these days. You always get it from somewhere, even if it's something you observe in nature. And what are you doing? Being accused of imitating nature? You can't do that. You can't put a trademark on everything, every single thing, right? Certain things have been around for a very, very, very long time. So what if you're sharing something that someone else is sharing? What is important is to share the information so that other people can access it, right? So, yeah, keep it moving, keep sharing, and don't worry about, you know, copywriting and that kind of stuff. Because, you know, even stories are very similar. Paths are very similar. It's about who finds you, who likes your style of communication, who likes you, who resonates and connects to you. And the people who need your message will find you because they're meant to find you and not someone else. And if you gatekeep, you're keeping information from other people. And if you're gatekeeping because you're worried that you are imitating someone else's work, you know, we're all imitating God's work anyway. So, Knight of Voices, again, repeating message, the Knight of Air, which is the messenger of air. Same energy. Move information around. Don't keep it to yourself. Spread the information. Spread the word. Spread your knowledge. Spread your knowledge. Oh, something about traveling the world, even if you're staying in one place, by reading, by educating yourself. Some of you really want to travel and air travel, but you're keeping yourself stuck. Okay. 7 of Inspiration, 7 of Wands. You're keeping yourself stuck because you're constantly feeling like you have to defend yourself or fight for something, stand up for yourself. You don't have to defend your thoughts. You don't have to defend your message. You just have to put it out there. Who wants it, wants it. Who doesn't, doesn't. Who understands, understands. Who doesn't, they don't. That's fine. The Empress. Could have Taurus or Libra in your chart. You're very knowledgeable. You're very talented. It's like you have the universe inside you. And I'm seeing someone here who has a strong solar plexus, core. You have strong core beliefs. You have a strong connection to the universe. You have a strong connection to your higher self. You don't need to defend yourself. Whatever you're teaching, it's for those who need what you're teaching, who want what you're teaching. All other people can go and learn somewhere else. You know, we don't all go to university to law school. We don't all go to medical school. So, you know, why is it that we think that something we say has to be globally accepted? Or if not, then we better shut up, or then we have to defend ourselves. You don't see doctors going up to law university saying, defending themselves, you know, unless they have a lawsuit against them or whatever. Yeah, eight of Swords. It's keeping yourself stuck in this mindset, this thought process, and it's all in your mind. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to defend your thoughts and your beliefs. You just need to convey them, and who needs them will find them. And that is the essence of being okay with yourself, feeling fulfilled within yourself, and not needing the approval of anyone else. If you're doing something and waiting for approval, guess what? You're either never going to do it, or you're always going to feel bad about the feedback that you get from certain people. And that keeps you stuck. 2 of Swords, 2 of Voices. That's what keeps you stuck. So I feel there's a message for you in pile 1, or maybe you chose both pile 1 and pile 2. Let go of that. Let go of that weight of feeling like you need to defend yourself, or everyone has to understand you, or gatekeeping information because you're afraid of what other people will say or how other people will react. And get back to that inner goddess, to that inner flow. Awaken that goddess within you. Take care of yourself. Appreciate your divinity. Appreciate the fact that you have some important message to convey, even if that's just to a certain group of people. Okay? I just heard Aphrodite effect, so some of you could be doing some kind of subliminal to reclaim your power. So this is all about reclaiming your power. You have a powerful message, whoever that is meant for. Not everything is for everyone. Not everyone is for everyone. Not every message is for everyone, but keeping this message is keeping other people stuck as well, besides keeping yourself stuck. So just think about that and surrender to what you've learned and what you have to teach. And again, don't keep those emotions bottled up. Don't keep that message bottled up. Even if it's a romantic message, convey it, express it to that person, regardless of the outcome, or any fear you have connected to the outcome. It will be what it will be, and then you'll deal with it. But if you don't say it, it will fester and it will really harm you as well. So that was your message, pile number 2. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel. Save this video if you want to watch it later. Share this video with someone you feel may need this message. For readings, life purpose reports, and energy healing, you can find my email in the description box. Extra content is on Patreon, TikTok, YouTube members area. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 3. If you chose this card, happy. What now? A complex situation. How do we get you unstuck? How do we get you to this happy place? I'm feeling pile 3, you guys, all you want to do is be happy. And you know what? That's not a bad goal to have, because that would solve a lot of problems. If you can get yourself to this happy place, I know there's a lot going on about, there are certain religions and, spiritual, like, thought groups that believe that happiness is not something that it's not a stable frequency you can be in. Yeah, that's true, but aiming for it, working toward it, that's something you can do. And so, to be content is enough. Yeah, that's true for some people. And, but you can always aim for happiness. You can always work toward happiness. You can always work toward raising your vibration. And it gets to a point where if you practice that enough, you will eventually be more in the flow of happiness than in the flow of fear. It's different sides of the spectrum, and you can unlock those stages until you get to the highest one of joy. A lot of my pick cards here on the channel explain how you can get there. So feel free to go over all the timeless readings I have here on the channel, especially if you're new to the channel. And chances are, if you pick one of those piles, I'm going to be talking about that. So the highest vibration of them all, joy, happiness, love, God, okay? I feel you're just like, okay, I'm done. I just want to be happy. I just want to feel peace, whether that means living here, living there, being with this person, being with that person, I don't care. I just want to be happy. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm being sick and tired of being melancholic and sad. I'm just done with that energy. It's a decision that you either are making or you need to make. And now you're like, okay, what now? I want to be happy. How do I get there? What now? So I actually told you guys to go watch other pick cards when I'm actually meant to explain that in this one, which is a funny thing. But maybe you need to hear it multiple times, so which is why, yeah, just never mind me. The number 26 could be relevant to the number 8. So what you want with the number 8 is long-lasting happiness, sustainable happiness, something that you can access or that is your default, okay? A lot of people's default is fear, or it's just being content as a default. But you can actually choose a higher octave of frequency as your default. Now, that doesn't mean sometimes you're not going to go to the depths of melancholy, fear, and sadness and whatever. And it doesn't mean at times you're just going to feel content. It's what I mean is that you bounce up, you bounce up, you bounce up a lot quicker. You stay there a lot longer. Okay? And so you're like, okay, what now? What do I do now? Because I'm feeling stuck right now. Okay, the number 26, the number 8 could be relevant. Okay, so first step to, get there is to admit your true feelings to yourself. If you're trying to party, if you're trying to laugh, if you're trying to mask your feelings with a funny movie, and you're not addressing it, if you're in denial of things that are going on in your subconscious, if you're in denial of your sadness, if you're not allowing yourself the time to retreat, spend time alone, talk about it, work through things, because you're like, oh no, I'm actually really happy. Okay, give me that beer, give me that vodka, give me that party, give me that person, and you get these hits and you're temporarily masking something that's going on that you're not addressing because you're in denial. Oh no. I don't feel sadness. I'm not sad about anything. I have no problem whatsoever I need to work through that's keeping me in fear or sad. No. And so you're not really addressing the problem. So it says, be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. There's something that you really want, but you deny that, because you don't connect that to happiness, or it seems too good to be true, or too unattainable, or maybe you just don't have the mindset to get there because you're being run by the subconscious programming of fear. And so you accept and you settle for things around you, and you deny your own desires because you put other things that you deem more important in their place. But guess what? If you're happy, you're going to make everyone else happy around you. If you're happy, your life's going to be more functional. If you're happy, you're going to make other people happy. If you're pushing away your desires, if you're pushing away what makes you happy, there's always going to be this thing inside you that's going to be running subconsciously, and you're never going to be giving your full self to anybody because you're not being honest with yourself. So step number 1 to raising your vibration is admitting how you feel. I feel like shit. I am depressed. I am at my lowest. But that's where, if you admit that you're cracking, when you hit rock bottom and you crack, when it cracks, that's when the light gets in. When the light gets illuminated, when you illuminate what is there, you can see what is there, you will know. That will be the first step to problem shooting. How do I solve this now? But you have to admit it. You have to see it. If you're thinking, oh, I'm so happy, and you're not, you know that you're not. So, Dragon's Lair. Yeah, it could be that you're experiencing a feeling of being stuck and like you can't escape. And so it's easier to deny where you are and to deny your own prison. Like, no, there's nothing going on here. I like my prison, or I've become comfortable with my prison, but that is like you're being kept somewhere. You're being kept somewhere. And with the dragon here, there could be someone controlling your environment that is keeping you stuck, keeping you away from your desires, and working on your subconscious fears by way of very subtle manipulation. This is someone who should be protecting you and your happiness, and who is actually working against your happiness by keeping their own agenda in check. And this is someone who isn't happy either. So just be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with, or who you're allowing yourself to be controlled by. The number 19 could be relevant, as well as the number 1. Coming apart, it may take you separating from this person, even if just mentally. Because there's something about, I'm seeing a person here who is in your life who is like almost like creating 2 yous, where you have you're living 2 different lives, or you're having to separate in 2 or dissociate from one part of yourself sometimes and be someone else other times. And so it's like you've cracked in 2, And so it's like you're broken into, and you're either one or the other at times. When you have to be one person, you're one person. When you have to be the other, you're the other. Instead of being honest with yourself and following what it is you want to be that makes you truly happy, you pretend to be happy, and then you're living like these two masks. But none of them is making you truly happy. It's just a mask of happiness, but the happiness is not there. The number 46 could be relevant, the number 10, and the number 1. We have spring, but it seems like you're awakening to this right now, and you're due for a renewal. So it's almost like, okay, the advice here is start over. Okay, remember how life was like before this person, how life was like before romantic relationships in your life, how life was like before responsibilities, and go back to that time where life was simple. What would you create? Where would you go? What do you want? What drives you? What do you feel drawn toward if life is simple again? And give yourself that ability to renew yourself, renew your feelings. Is there a project that you want to start? Even if that project is yourself. But it seems like there's a sense of feeling stuck to a sense of security. But it's a false sense of security, because what it is doing, it is breaking you apart within yourself. It's creating division within yourself, which is even worse than creating division with other people. It could be a stability within a home space. Yeah, I'm seeing something about 4 walls, a home situation. It could be a marriage. 3 of Cups, a marriage. And maybe a long-standing friendship with a person you're married to, or it could be a family member. It could be a family member. It could be a family member. Someone you have lived with. And this person is still running through your subconscious, still has control over you subconsciously. But there's a friendship here. Yeah, there's a strong stability. There's a strong foundation, or a stable foundation. 3s. Master number 33 could be important. Master number 44. Now I'm seeing 4, 3, 3, 4. So mirrored numbers. But again, a false sense of stability. Because where there should be bliss, there is something's missing. You're bored. You are looking for something outside this structure. Or something within this family dynamic that you had was taught to you about what security is, but you're not happy with that. Some of you maybe thought you wanted the white picket fence, and it doesn't truly make you happy because there's something else missing, and you're not knowing how to integrate that, or because you feel like you had to put your needs aside. And so there's a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction. Feel like you're missing out on something, or you don't have what it is you need or want. Not being honest about what you need or want. What truly, 10 of Cups, makes you emotionally fulfilled? What makes you warm inside? What lights up the spring inside you? You know that feeling of spring when the birds start singing and that first warmth comes in? Remember that feeling. What makes you feel like that? And that is what you truly desire. Whatever makes you feel lit up from inside, like it's springtime, and it makes you happy and chirpy and warm and fuzzy, that is what you need to follow. Not this false sense of security. Or create that environment within your environment somehow, but could have Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your chart. What inspires you? You're feeling very inspired, but you kind of don't know how to follow your inspiration, or what you need to do, or how you get yourself untangled from this dragon's lair, because there's a false sense of security here. Yeah, because whatever this false sense of security is, it involves mental conflict and possibly mental manipulation. Maybe someone who is arguing with you, someone who is argumentative, who is someone who's good with their words, or they're just good at keeping you there. The Emperor. Yeah, this could be a very stubborn man, very specifically, with a very clear agenda and wants things their own way, my way or the highway. And even if they're not very outspoken about this, they will do this in subdued, kind of very subtle ways by tweaking and pulling one string in your mind here and one string in your mind there, keeping you stuck. This person could be giving you guilt trips as well. Just anything that makes you happy, they will guilt trip you over that, or they will have you questioning your own feelings, or questioning your own desires, or questioning yourself. And so creating this divide within yourself where you don't even know what it is that makes you happy anymore. Temperance. So there's a need to heal this and come back into balance and to transmute this energy of this person's influence over you. This could be a boss, this could be a husband, this could be a father, this could be a grandfather. This could even be someone who is no longer on this earth, but something they've said to you has stuck within you, and it's working its way through you. But you can transmute this energy. You can substitute these thoughts. You can turn this into whatever it is you want to turn this into, because you have temperance here. You could have Sagittarius or Aries in your chart. You have a lot more power over this than you think. And we have the Nine of Inspiration, Nine of Wands. You know, whatever this person's influence in your life has been, it's been draining you, and it's been putting you through more mental battles than anyone's fair share. Like, you definitely didn't deserve this, and you definitely don't need to keep putting yourself through this. You don't need to keep draining yourself, because every time we deny our own desires, it takes an immense amount of strength, energy to keep up a facade, to pretend you're happy, to keep putting bandages over something. But again, all you want is peace and happiness. That's all you want. And you're not feeling at peace right now. You just want a sense that there's no need to worry. Everything's working out beautifully. You don't want to feel like you're constantly going through this battle of having to defend yourself, having to push through battles. You don't want to feel dissociated from yourself, from your goals, from your happiness. And sometimes it's better to have peace than to be with someone, or sometimes it's better to have peace than to try to argue with someone who doesn't see your point of view. Or every time you try to put your point of view across and someone comes back with something, they're manipulating with you, they're working on your mental conflict, and they're winning. So maybe sometimes silence is the option, is not discussing something at all. That will bring you peace. Now, if you want to achieve this happiness, you need to focus on the things that bring you peace. Because the things that bring you peace are that key that are going to unlock the next level of joy. So if you're struggling to getting to this point of joy outside of the mental conflict and the mental trap, or the manipulation, or the lower vibration and the fear, ask yourself, what brings me peace? Is this person bringing me peace? Are what they're saying bringing me peace? Or is the argument bringing me peace? Or would silence bring me more peace? Because if you're constantly discussing something that's on your mind, and you constantly get hit back with something else in its place of someone who is more stubborn than you, who has their own opinion of things, and you're putting down your own constantly, this takes an enormous amount of energy, and it definitely is conflictuous. So sometimes silence is the option, or anything that would bring you peace, so that you can regather yourself, give yourself the time to transmute your energy from negative to positive again, to build yourself up, to ask yourself what makes you happy after just finding the peace first and foremost. Some of you could be a mother of a one child, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. That is just a specific message here. And you just want peace and abundance for yourself and your child. But just know that everything will work out beautifully if you just allow yourself to focus on peace and your needs and your desires. Because what is bringing you this mental conflict is the fact that you're denying your needs. And there could be someone else involved in this. And you are someone who is very inspired. You are someone who's very connected to the higher realms. You do receive psychic messages. You are highly psychic. But there's someone in your 3D reality who could be very 3D based, someone who is based on the practical and not spiritual at all, that is messing with your intuition. Pile 3, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Thank you all so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, saving the video, commenting. It really helps the channel and it helps me bring you more of these messages. Extra content is on Patreon, TikTok, YouTube members area. Information for that is in the description box. And if you want a reading, energy healing, or life purpose report, you can find my email in the description box. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time.